A recently published report by the Public Accounts Committee, PAC, said it is very concerned. The Department for Work and Pensions, DWP, reported yet another historic underpayment of state pension last year, which it estimates may have left some 210,000 pensioners out of pocket by a total of £1.3 billion, going back decades. The committee said this estimate is in addition to the underpayment of £1.2 billion affecting 165,000 pensioners due to historical errors by DWP it reported on in 2022. The DWP said it expects to pay back an average of £5,000 to each affected pensioner. The report stated the DWP must do more to detect underpayments before they build up and have a significant impact on pensioners and other claimants. Commenting on the state pension underpayments, PAC Chair Dame Meg Hillier accused the UK government department of being asleep at the switch, with people being left short of what they are owed. Dame Meg said, many pensioners have been left significantly out of pocket by up to thousands, while DWP has been asleep at the switch. These are injustices that may never be corrected for some. We are now in a place where Parliament needs assurance that the state pension is being paid accurately. We expect DWP to respond to our report in a timely fashion, but, frankly, paying pension accurately is a basic that we expect from DWP and not recommendations that our committee ought to be having to make. The PAC also said the level of fraud and error in benefit spending remains unacceptably high as it raised its concerns. The DWP does not expect this to return to pre-pandemic levels until 2027-28. The level of fraud and error in benefits in 2022-23 is down on the previous year's eye-watering £8.6 billion, the committee said, but it described this as only a slight fall and compared it with the much lower figure of £4.4 billion in 2019-20 before the pandemic. Of the £8.2 billion overpaid in the latest financial year, £6.4 billion was due to benefit fraud, the PAC said. It added the DWP now expects the propensity of people attempting to commit fraud in society to increase by 5% each year, and the department had said it cannot reduce universal credit overpayments to the 6.5% of expenditure it previously committed to. The majority of fraud and error continues to be driven by universal credit, the report said, which was overpaid by a staggering 12.8%, £5.5 billion, in 2022-23. DWP estimates 18% of universal credit claims, relating to more than 800,000 people, already contain an element of fraud, the PAC said. The committee acknowledged the department's plan to tackle such fraud and error, commending the DWP for being more transparent on the issue, including investing a further £895 million in counter-fraud and setting an annual savings target. But the committee added, now DWP needs to implement its plan and demonstrate a meaningful reduction in the levels of fraud and error. DWP expects most of the savings to come from a £443 million project to cleanse the benefit system of incorrect payments by reviewing some 8 million live universal credit cases over the next 5 years. The success of this project is dependent on DWP's ambitious plans to scale up recruitment and productivity of the team reviewing the claims. Dame Meg said there were yet to be any significant post-pandemic strides made in addressing benefit fraud and error. The DWP's future strategy relies on assessing many millions of claims over the next few years, and contracting out this work brings its own risks, she said. We will be continuing to scrutinize this work closely, as it is essential for public confidence in the system that the government fights fraud with unswerving determination, while ensuring legitimate claims remain undisrupted. Get the latest record money news. Join the conversation on our Money Saving Scotland Facebook group for energy and money saving tips, the latest benefits news, consumer help and advice on coping with the cost of living crisis. Sign up to our Record Money newsletter and get the top stories sent to your inbox daily from Monday to Friday, including a special cost of living edition on a Thursday. Sign up here. You can also follow us on X, formerly Twitter, at @recordmoney_ for regular updates throughout the day. In response to the POC's comments, a DWP spokesperson said, "Our priority is ensuring everyone receives the financial support they are entitled to, and state pension underpayment rates due to official error remain low at 0.5% of expenditure. Where errors do occur, we are committed to fixing them as quickly as possible. At the same time, we are cracking down on fraud with new powers which will root out those who try to steal from the most vulnerable while saving the taxpayer £600 million over the next 5 years. This comes on top of the billions being saved through our counter-fraud plan and will be targeted at areas where fraud and error is higher, such as universal credit. We are now carefully considering the committee's report and will respond to its recommendations in due course." Join the Daily Records WhatsApp community here and get the latest news sent straight to your messages.